French, so I enjoyed that one quite a bit. But it kind of gave me a kind of inspiration, too, when they come on with their comments and say, well, all of yous are goofy idiots and none of this matters. Well, if it didn't matter, you wouldn't have to go and find some Frenchman to try and imitate me.
Well, I appreciate your call. Let me break that down. The hardest place for us in the world, not Japan, not Australia, not Germany, not Russia, not Mexico. My videos ship out to all those places, no problem. UPS, FedEx, we've jumped through all these hoops. We mail our stuff in bulk so it can go through customs in Canada. They'll break it, they'll smash it, they'll mail it back to us. I've gone through Canadian customs. They knew exactly who I was, interrogated me for 15 hours, screaming at me, telling me I was evil. And yes, the Canadians have no idea how controlled their society is. Bob Chapman?
The last time I was in Canada, I was held for 4 hours and was sent through the same crap that you did. And I will never return to that country.
They love it. I mean, it's like being when you see some film about 1984, the way Secret Police act, just laughing at you. I've got you, and I'm sending you to prison. You piece of bleeping garbage. And they're just like, and they just revel in their black uniforms, just laughing at you when you're cornered in there. I mean, you just can't imagine. And it's going to be like that here in the U.S. It is so sad, Bob.
It certainly is. And, there was no reason for it. They just do what they want to do. You're on the list, and they take a particular relish in working on me because I used to work for the government and I had a very responsible position. Yours is different. You're more outspoken and more circulated than I am. But they don't forget, and anywhere I go in the world, I put up with the same thing.
This is the global government. Absolutely amazing. And again, the Canadian people are great folks. That's why this evil's been able to grow, because they're naive. They don't know what's happened. How does the government find this type of scum who just enjoys abusing people and treating good people like crap?
I don't know, but obviously they have no trouble doing so. I think a lot of them believe in what they're doing, but they don't understand what the problem is. And when you try to discuss it with them, which I'm sure you did, they said, we just do what we have to do, what we're told to do.
They don't even say that. They scream and laugh and say, shut up, and then demand you answer a question. And when you do, they scream and say, I said, shut up. And then they say, you're going to one of our prisons. We can't wait. Do you know what we do to you in our prisons? And they just love the evil. They love hurting freedom. They love, and I know why Endgame. We know that Google.ca, for most people, it says unavailable now. Also in France, most of my videos are unavailable. You've still got to go to Google.com to get to the U.S. servers. A lot of those are blocked worldwide. Endgame covers the fact that they basically kidnapped me for 15 hours until international media found out. And so the film starts with them kidnapping me, and so I guess that's why they don't want Endgame up in Canada.
In all probability.
Well, the answer is, folks, get Endgame, smuggle it in, do whatever you have to, and then make thousands of copies and give it to your whole neighborhood. Don't let them stop you. And let folks know this is a suppressed video. Use that against them, the fact that it is suppressed, that it is banned, that they don't want you to have it. We still ship to Canada, but we lose money on it because most of the packages don't make it. I want listeners in Canada to know that. And we've done tests. We've mailed the films from other locations with another business name. No problem. They go straight through. Everything we do is flagged. And so, we even have a subsidiary company. We'll change the name to that to try to get through. And then Canadians can't believe they're living in a country where it's so censored. Let's go ahead and talk to Kim in Texas. Kim, you're on the air with Bob Chapman. Kim, you must be listening to the radio.
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm sorry. Yes, hi, Alex. Hi, Bob. Yes, I'm calling you. I'm from Houston. And I have a question. My husband's a truck driver. And we've been, affected in a lot of ways. We have our good months, and then we have, most of the time, it's bad months. And I was just wondering, where do you see that industry, heading?
Right down the toilet.
Well, over 70% of what we use in America goes by trucks on the road, and as the economy slows down, less trucking will need to be used to transport goods, and so I see it in a recession, and eventually, like the remainder of the economy, in depression, simply because of the reduction in the shipment of goods.
Yes, and on top of that, they sold, and I appreciate your call, Kim. I'm getting the feedback, so I'm going to let you go. They sold the truck driving industry first on putting transponders in, companies tracking their trucks. Now a lot of states are trying to pressure companies and the feds to put that in as part of trusted trader, trusted traveler, especially if you go to these international commerce points that they've built, these inland ports and others. Now what's happening is that the state police are getting federal databases where they pick on the smaller firms and leave the big firms alone. And the police aren't even told this. It's just in the database. And so they're going to have subsidies for the big companies, and they're going to bankrupt most of the small ones. So, again, that's what this command and control economy is about, destroying it by design and only allowing certain sectors of industries to survive. Bob?
I agree with that, and that's a part of what I call the corporatist fascist state, the concentration of industry in the hands of the Illuminati in every sphere, and this is what they're after. And, of course, during that process, they'll get rid of the small businesses as quickly and as efficiently as they can.
This is the control. You see, Walmart is the sharecropper company store, and that's why as the economy goes down, they become more wealthy. Because, again, they're not competing fairly. They have slave labor and slave goods, and Chinese currencies devalued, so no one can compete. They have strategic deals with the infrastructure there, so no one can compete with it. And so that's why their profits are way up and everything else is in the toilet. Then everything else goes bankrupt, and all you have left is Walmart. That's why they're part of the national security infrastructure. That's why they're part of the infrastructure protection system, and that's why Walmart does the drills of forced inoculations, the Roundup drills, which we told you about a decade ago. Now it's mainstream news. Walmart is going to be, and Walmart distribution centers are going to be used as FEMA camp distribution centers. Sounds fun, doesn't it, Bob?
It's terrible. And it just goes on, and we're here to report it. And you people, you've got to know about it, and you've got to get those videos, and you got to get them out to everybody so everybody will understand what they're up against. Absolutely.
Bob Chapman, the internationalforecaster.com. I want to get you back up next week. Every week that we're able to have you on and able to stay on the radio is a real blessing from God, and I hope folks will visit your site. We've got it up on prisonplanet.tv screen right now. Take care, my friend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Folks, when we tell you, and it's been in the mainstream news, that my websites, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, are censored by government systems, especially overseas, when we tell you that our videos are being censored, when we tell you people are being arrested for passing out my videos in the United States and give you, the news articles where it's in the mainstream press, with the news reporting like it's no big deal, it's already here. I'm just a big fish. They're afraid to come after me right now because they don't want to startle people. That's down the road. This is classical, hardcore, ultra tyranny. This is foreign banks hijacking the U.S., looting everything, and they plan to use paramilitary, brainwashed police, and military to enforce this. We have to stand up against it. We have to ring the alarm bell. We have to fight this tyranny and have courage.